We're going to start with a project that's already been created, but we don't have a drawing associated with the project. So the first thing we're going to do is click the Project Drawings button and then add a drawing. Here we see two drawings, one called Fire Alarm Drawing and the other called Background. We're only going to select the fire alarm drawing, not the background. We have a purpose for that, which we'll show you later. We click the Open button, and then that fire alarm drawing is added to the project. Now we double-click the name of that drawing, and it will cause the drawing to open so that we can see what we're working with, and there's nothing there. Now we click the Layer Properties button and we create a new layer. We're going to call this 0A Background, or any name of your choice. We now make this the current layer, close the Properties dialog, and now we use the XREF command to select the background drawing. We have to navigate to that folder where it's located. And we insert the background drawing as an XREF. And then we decide where we're going to insert it, which in this case is 0, 0. Zoom to the extents so that we can find it, and here it is. Now, since we really don't want XREFs because they can be troublesome and you can forget to send them when you send the drawing to somebody, we're going to bind it. When we bind it, we're going to unlock the background layer so that it can be bound first. Now we bind, which basically brings it in as a block into the fire alarm drawing, which is where we're going to be doing our work. Since the background layer was our current layer, it has been placed on the background layer, 0A Background. Now we're going to lock that layer. We want it locked in order to make the rest of our work with the fire alarm system not be subject to interference from that background, because we just want to draw on top of it. We don't care about editing the background itself. If we want to do that, we can, but there are other tools for that purpose. Now here, we're choosing a fire alarm control panel. We place it where we want it. This part of this video doesn't really have anything to do with the attachment of a background the way we just described, but then it shows you how we go forward from that point in creating our system. Here, of course, we've just created a new layer automatically when we placed the fire alarm control panel. Now we're going to continue. We're going to place some smoke detectors here, and we're going to place them throughout the building. This is the setting for the input of that smoke detector and all the rest of the smoke detectors that we're going to place so that they will connect properly to the SLC circuit provided by this fire alarm control panel. So now we're just copying that same smoke detector that we already placed, and we're putting it in the corridors of the building where we want them. We place a couple of more smoke detectors. And the next step is the part where we get the benefit of having the locked background layer. That is, when we draw our wire paths, in order to get nice straight wire paths, we're going to turn on the ortho mode and then click using the auto poly command to draw our lines between the devices and get them placed precisely where we want them with nice orthogonal lines trimmed at the edge of the devices. The little green check marks are set in the options menu to indicate that you do have, in fact, a complete connected wire path between devices. Those little green check marks will not print in layout space. They will print in model space if you print that way, but they can be turned off to not appear in the Options tab. We're continuing to draw the lines, and now we're done. If you have any questions, please visit the CADGen FireCAD website or call us, and we'll be glad to assist you more. We're going to start with a project that's already been